everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of our Swavey Podcast. My name is Marlena.
I'm Jeezz.
And today we have Patrick here, and we're going to be talking about his brand called Korsair. A little bit of a background about that, how he got started, where he's going, and what new and upcoming things he has going on now. We're going to get into a couple other topics after that with just what's going on in the world, talk about NFTs a little bit of crypto talk. And then after that, we're going to share with you guys some cool things that we have being delivered today. New logos are being delivered and some new product that we have coming. So first, again, we have Patrick here. So how did you come up with the brand, or how did that idea come to you? How did it get started?
So I started the brand about 3 years ago. And at that time,
that's right around when we met. 3 years. So we basically started the brand right around the same time.
Pretty much, yeah. And I've just been looking for ways to, bring in revenue independently. I like the philosophy of make money while you sleep. Mm-hmm. So I was looking for different ways to kind of be independent like that and to work off of my computer. And I've always liked fashion, but I've always kind of felt there's missing, my style was missing from the fashion world. So I wanted to come out with a line that was at least unique to me, where I know I could walk into any party or any situation. I don't have to worry about some guy wearing the same shirt or somebody having the same kind of look as me. Yeah. So that's kind of where the idea got started, and then it kind of blew up more as a solid actual brand when I went to Europe for a few months, and I only had 2 or 3 designs at that time, but I was taking a lot of photos with different people I'd meet on the way. Yeah, putting the stickers in famous spots. Right there, actually. yeah. There's one near the Eiffel Tower. Who knows if all that stuff's still there, but I wanted to put those places where you get a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah,
subconscious, right? Get your logo out there. But it really started to become more full of an idea and an actual commitment after that trip. Actually, I remember the first sale I made was at 1:00 in a McDonald's in this, I don't want to call it a small town because it's not really that small, but in this town in Switzerland.
Oh, wow.
And the guy I was sitting next to bought 2 shirts off of me for,
for
100 Swiss francs. So I was I got that framed back
at
home.
And in a different country?
Yeah. So that's when it started to feel real for me. Yeah. And then it really became real when I came back home. And I was coaching at a wrestling tournament, and one of the other coaches, by the end of the tournament, we went to a tattoo parlor, and he got the logo tattooed on his chest.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So I was all right, I gotta make something of this, or at least put some effort into. Yeah. I felt obligated, I guess, to materialize it into a real brand.
Oh, wow.
So it's been going slow. I do everything myself. But that's been
I know that has to be
fun.
tough,
It is. Oh yeah.
We do it with each other, back ends. I know that when I first seen your brand, because we met obviously at the show that I guys invited you guys to, and then we performed at that show up at IUP, and then a couple years later I seen Bison post a shirt or he had a fanny pack or something on it, and it had it on and it was tagged, and I think that's kind of when we got reintroduced again.
Yeah.
But I always liked that. See, that's what I really liked about Swavey, and about your brand, because a lot of brands, they stick to all these other things and they're trying to copy all these other styles, but you just you with the shirt you have on right now, it's it's foreign, it's different, you going to Japan and going to all these other places,
big influence,
and it's just and it's just a different type of style.
And it's not something that you see everywhere, like you said.
It's anime.
You felt your style was missing in the fashion world, but that's what, and he feels the same way. We want to walk in somewhere and no one has. Yeah. You can't see one of our designs with someone else.
I was here, I don't know, when was that? I can't remember. Back in the summer, I think. But we went.
We were doing the video.
Yeah, we went, exactly.
We were putting the bed downstairs.
Both Shannon and I went to Carson Street afterwards, and it was just even... You could just tell the fashion's the same. You're just oh, mom jeans are back in because everybody's wearing them. Or
East Carter Street, everyone says the same.
Not saying that people don't look good. It was just carbon copies almost of each other. It was just nobody was really standing out. And I mean, like, that's kind of the point of fashion. I mean, I like utilitarian stuff. Like, at least it's got a lot of pockets.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But, like, you also, you know, trying to... It's the first visual thing somebody else is going to see about you.
Yeah.
So that, you know, that's kind of... You could say that's a person's first impression is how you're dressed and what you're wearing.
Yes.
So,
and it says a lot. I think a lot of people base their opinions of people based off of, you know, what they're wearing and
straight judge you right out the back.
Yeah, just whether it's, you know, I know like the older generation doesn't like jeans that have holes in them, you know, and that's so common for, you know, our generation.
Yes. Did you buy them like that?
I get that all the time.
So I was messing with this idea. I love playing on words and like, you know, on the music side of stuff, like rap's always like these layers. Like this word can mean like 3 different things depending on how you use it and set it up. But I knew I wanted to do like an X. Like that was like burned into my mind for some reason, and so I was like messing around. At first I wanted to do like swords crossed, and then I was like thinking of other things, and I don't know what happened, but I'd like seen a heart, and I was like, if I put an X on that, I mean it looks pretty good, but like I don't want the people to feel that like I got something against love or something like that.
You know how people will.
Yeah, you know. So I was like, you know what? No, it's fine because I can play with the words here. We'll go with the slogan, no love. But K-N-O-W, like to understand, right, to gain the knowledge of what love is, which I think is like a great idea because, you know, media tells us what love is, or, you know, we have these preconceived ideas.
And everything that we pass down from generation to generation.
Right.
What you grew up seeing or what you see in the movies.
Yeah, the relationship your parents had, or, you know, like
and that's how it's
uncles and
that's what
aunts.
I see with these generations changing. I even had conversations last night with the way people think and the way people are moving in relationships and I mean all these other things that are going on, and then I always have to sit back down like we aren't our parents or our ancestors or the long history. Like everything is changing from music, from style to fashion, from relationships, from, you know, just everything in life is just changing, and you can't. I think a lot of people are just stuck in the ways in the past. I'm like, well, it's a new generation. Every generation is going to be completely different.
I think change is good. It's part of progress. But I also think it's good to like value and hold sacred like the traditions that got us here.
Very true.
Right? Because I mean, like, things are changing fast, but there should be note to like some
type of balance,
right, or some value into like what got us here.
Right.
You know, it shouldn't just be thrown out with the bathwater.
Definitely don't throw it out.
Say.
You know, make it better.
Sure. Yeah. Find how it can evolve. I believe we're all kind of on this journey of figuring out what love is, like whether it be first loving ourselves. And then trying to love each other, you know, because it's the only way we're going to survive.
Everyone has a different interpretation of what that is, for sure. And like you said, based off of, you know, your family, what you've seen with your parents, or if you didn't see that, you know, family members and, you know, the stereotypical movies and TV shows. And those definitely don't help because I feel like a lot of that stuff's not...
I think they make it look too easy.
They do. It's like a fairy tale. It's all, you know, it looks cool and everything, but it's a lot of hard work.
It doesn't show. Yeah, it doesn't show the effort in the actual the sacrifice you have to make for those relationships and that commitment. So
where you been? So like you like to travel a lot. I see you like to travel a lot. Where have you been in like the last 2 years just with your brand?
So like I said, we started off in Europe. I did like 16 to 17 countries while I was over there. Wow. That was like. Every other day I was on a train going somewhere new, which was awesome, but also terrible at the same time. Because like you're living out your bag, you don't really have time to like settle down in one area. Yeah. I was smart, and at least like I stayed in Switzerland for like a week at one point, and then came back for another week, and then at the end of my trip I did like Portugal for like 2 weeks. You know, I finished out some places with a little longer, so I could like enjoy it. Yeah. But there was like times where I'm like, I think I did like, one day I did like 2 or 3 countries in one day. And
you be all over. That's the thing I like about you, that I did like a lot of brands, and I try to talk to people all the time, like you're staying put in one place. Like I'm already upset with myself that I haven't been doing. I was doing a lot of traveling. In the last couple of months, you know, but I just kind of like slowed down. But like, that's what I always liked about you, is that you travel and continue to travel and get that influence, because everywhere you go, you know, you get more creative. You know.
Well, that's part of my brand as well too. Is like, I don't think there's anything better than stepping out of your comfort zone, going to like a new place, and then you meet people there, and now you're sharing in this new experience together, right? Like that's always been
learn from people, you know.
Yeah,
you get creative, you know. Like I got some friends that got me into painting. I'm about to turn this whole room into a whole painting studio. Like I'm about to really start painting. You know, like I'm already doing it with shoes and boots and jackets and stuff like that. So I've already been doing it. But I was just talking about it the other day. I was like, I started the music and the brand off of art. I was a drawer. I got before photography came around. I was a big painter, and then somewhere along the way I lost it. You know, and then I picked up this paintbrush and I started painting. I was like, dang, this is the same piece that I had back then when it was painting. I have it again. I was like, now I want to get back into painting and being more creative. You know. But that is also of meeting new people and being around more energy, and people can teach you things, you know. You know, and that's just like the same thing. Like I love to travel. You know, we were just having this conversation about our friend. I was like, I love to travel because it gives me a different outlook on life. Yeah. When I come home, I'm more motivated. I'm more spiritual.
Plus, you don't get those experiences back again. Like those are memories that you know you going to those different countries, and you know us traveling and bringing Swavey with us. Like that's just something years from now you can look back on and like, oh, look where I started and now look, you know, where you're at.
And I got nothing against people like having your local spots and your local crews hanging out and stuff, but
you still have to build that.
Yeah, you need your neighborhood, right? But for me, like, I don't want to go out every weekend in my town just to see the same people over again. Again, like nothing wrong with that, but like for me, I'd rather, you know, go out once every other month. And
live your life, you know?
And save up that money, and now I'm in Rome, and I'm going to nightclubs in Rome. Like, you know, so like I'll go out, but I'd rather do it in a foreign place.
Yeah, like Carson and being on the south side, and I live like one block away, so, you know, it's just like, okay, over the last 4 years, we're doing the same thing, we're seeing the same people, you know, it's like, and I do a lot of going out, trying to mostly in the direction of networking and meeting more people, but it's like, dang.
That's a productive
I want to get somewhere else. I'd like to go out somewhere else. I was like, I don't go out to go out anymore in Pittsburgh. I go out to meet people. Now, if I'm in a different place, like I'm in Miami or I'm somewhere else, you know, like, I'm going to go out and have fun, you know. Like,
I love what you guys been doing with this in Miami and stuff. And
get everybody out there.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, I got my flag that I take with me. I didn't bring it with me, but I got a flag that I take with me.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, well,
you're the reason that we got it.
Yeah, you are. So I remember sending him a screenshot of your flag that you posted once on Instagram, and like, we need something like this so we can take it places, and you know, and then it just became let's go. When we went to Fort Lauderdale in May, you know, it was right around when like college, you know, and we're just like, okay, let's go up to these people, like, hey, you want to take a picture, follow us on Instagram and stuff, and that's kind of where that.
Well, she didn't really want to talk to people. No. I was pushing her to talk to people, like, we gotta talk to as many people we can talk to.
Going up to a stranger, like,
I struggle with it too.
Yeah, he's so much better at it than I am, but
I totally get that. Like, I travel to get myself out of my comfort zone to talk to new people, but then it's like another level to be like, oh, by the way, buy my stuff, or here's my brand, like, you know, so it's uncomfortable, but you got to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he could go up to anybody, a random person, and just talk Swavey, and 9 times out of 10 they would buy it. Right. And where it's like me, I struggle with it a little bit more. Like I just can't you know, get there right away, but.
It
definitely puts you out of your comfort zone for sure, which is beneficial.
But I always realize is that not everybody is going to buy your brand right out the back. Not everybody is going to support you, whatever your business is at the end of the day. But at least, just like with the stickers and their names, at least they know their name. At least they see that if I can get you to know the name and find me on Instagram or whatever social media, just type it in your phone. One day you'll run by it again.
Yeah, it's a step in the right direction. You know?
I found that the random people end up being like some of my strongest supporters, or like, you know, they're paying attention to everything. Like, I got a website and a lot of mine's drop shipping stuff. Like, I don't got the supplies or the time to really be printing it out myself.
See, we gotta do all of that.
I know, but you guys like have that advantage too of a team.
I would love to not do that though. I would love to do
I like it.
You use Shopify?
I use Shopify and Printify to do the drop shipping.
Yeah, we gotta discuss on like those conversations on how you exactly do that because we would love for us to not have. I mean, because obviously we make more money when we do it, but like
I like it.
We do it ourselves, but. Again, we would love for somebody to just do it. We go about our days.
It depends, I guess, on your volume, really. Like
I feel productive when we get that email and it's time to go package up an order.
I think people more like it too. Like I realize a lot of people like that we make it ourselves.
It's more personalized.
It is.
You guys can add in your gift cards or like stickers.
And stuff,
you can individualize it a little bit more.
Until we're getting into thousands a day.
And then
eventually.
It's like, here's a white package. Like, But no. I do it mainly just because I was working a full-time job and I'm learning the whole thing now. So I wanted a platform where it's like, all right, I got a website and like say I get caught up in some other project. I don't have to worry about packaging everything up and shipping it out. I just have to hit a button that says fulfill order.
And you're doing it yourself. Like with us, there's two of us, so we can piggyback off each other and, pick up the slack if the other one has something going on and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's nice. Because there's definitely times, like, I hit ruts or slumps where I'm just like, do I want to keep doing this? Like,
every day.
Yeah.
Well, you already, I mean, you're 3 years in, so you gotta keep.
Yeah, at least a 10 year. Like, what I've learned, and I've learned from a lot of business, even with the music, like I'm 8 years in, 9 years in, something like that. But like it's a lot of brands start and they don't finish. A lot of brands, music it's a cool idea to have it, but they don't know how much work and time it's gonna put into it
until they realize it, and it's
a 10-year plan. Like
it becomes a lifestyle.
And you need 10,000 hours in it. Like, I'm sure you already got 10,000 hours, so do you. But like you wanna imagine if you dedicated 20 hours a day to your brand, and you give it a couple more years, it's going to pay off. But a lot of people don't make it that long.
No, it definitely is. It's a tough journey. Like,
because if you don't want to support, you gotta continue. And then you keep seeing in their face like, oh, he's just not stopping. And like it's just continue to be in my face.
We're also, getting into other things. Like we have new logos, coming out and everything. So like we're focusing on the design aspect and trying to really make sure that we're selling what sells. Like before we were just putting out stuff that we thought people wanted instead of really paying attention to what people were buying and putting out that. So like now we're focusing on what was popular, what people really like, and then that's just, our main focus and sticking with that.
What do you see that works best with your brand, like as far as marketing and stuff like that?
So marketing is probably the one area I really haven't dived into or really put much money into, because this whole time, these last 3 years, I've really just been like sharpening the image or the feel, the vibe of the brand.
The culture.
Like I really want it down packed, and especially like the way I'm taking photos or what photos I post on my socials. Like I want my feed to have a certain feel to it.
I feel
scheme
that.
or tone, like something people can grab onto emotionally.
And when it changes up, I'll be like, oh my god, I gotta fix it.
So I want people to have like an emotional either connection or response to my brand first before I start really investing a ton into marketing, like Facebook ads or Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Even though probably TikTok's like the best place to put ads right now.
It is.
Just because it's the biggest platform. I mean, you don't even necessarily need to have the TikTok, but just getting your ads on there.
I've been turning about. I was like, yo, we gotta be on every day. I don't care if it's Snapchat, TikTok, whatever it is, all the bios, we gotta be everywhere.
Yeah, and like the learning how to get like a Facebook pixel onto your website or Google Pixels as well too, because then that takes like key demographics. Like, say you got 33-year-old Susan from Wichita, and she also just recently searched cats and like all these, like it takes all that information and you can compile like databases and be like, oh, like this is the main age of people who buy my stuff, and this is where they're mainly located, and they have these other interests. So then you can like focus where your ads go to. So, but
what do you feel like the toughest or what is like the hardest thing that you have to deal with since you kind of like started your brand?
I think maybe just the overwhelming aspect of how many new things I have to learn.
Right.
Like that's been like all the different hats you have to wear, right? Whether it be marketing or learning the search engine optimization, learning where I'm gonna get my designs from. Like I like to draw, but like I'm nowhere near what I need.
Right.
Like I could not draw this. Like I wish I could. That'd be awesome. But like so I have to outsource where I get my designs from. Like this is my idea.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is what I want. Like here's examples.
That's why I like it. It's super dope.
It's different.
People, the generation now with the anime and stuff like that,
it's very popular.
Crazy. Like that's the if I'm you in your shoes, I know exactly the young generation because you're already getting the insight because you be traveling and I don't know if it's Tokyo or
I'm going back next year.
So now that's a lot of influence right there. But this generation, everybody know is talking about anime.
Yeah.
Talking about these different things. You
kind of feel hipster about it.
I'm
like, where were you guys 10 years ago?
No, but they're loving it from the Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. So like, you're incorporating that, like that on another level is because I took Naruto. Anyway, I took Naruto. Sorry, people think I love anime. I love anime. I just don't watch it all day. But
I
Naruto.
love Naruto.
I'll give you a crash course on it.
But listen, so Naruto, I took and I found a shirt. Whatever, we tie-dyed it up and I threw Swavey on it. Swavey all over. And they loved it. As soon as I pulled it out of the bag, they buying it. Yeah. Right out of the bag. Just because it has Naruto on it.
Naruto's popular.
He is. He's really big right now.
You should create a...
Well, so this one actually it's from an anime called Dr. Stone. Yeah. It's one of the main characters here. But it takes place in the future... But things go prehistoric. It's too complicated to explain now. But anyways, everybody's wearing like prehistoric clothing, like caveman style cloth and stuff like that. But I was like, it'd be really cool to take those characters and bring them into like modern street clothes. Yeah. So that's what I told the guy who was designing this. Oh, nice. I gave him like a bunch of pictures of like street fashion in Japan right now. I was like, put this character in some of these clothes, and this is.
So they started first. Like that's why I want to go there because like we get it late. Oh yeah. They get it over there to get all the new stuff, and we find out about it. They get super late.
Yeah, it's crazy how it really does go from like Japan, and then across like China, and then Europe gets it, and then we're like the last to catch on to fashion trends.
So what do you have coming out next? Like, what's your next move for you and your brand?
Well, we got this trip to Italy, so I got 2 new designs and shirts going out there. One's got like the statue of David from David and Goliath from the Bible and stuff. So I got a design there, and we're gonna check out David. We're going to Cabo. Actually, before that, I'm going out west to snowboard again, so I'm gonna try to have some snowboard gear.
Yeah, we gotta travel together one this time. Be all over the place.
I'm not a snowboarder. He is. I can ski. I've skied a couple times. I'm really bad at it. But I'd love to.
Best snow in the world.
Definitely will. I'd love to. I love the snow in the wintertime. You're going to get some really good pictures in Italy. I could just like the culture and the architect and stuff. Like that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so we're going to like the Vatican and the Colosseum.
I want to go to Italy.
And then we're taking a trip up to Florence as well too.
Nice.
It's quick. It's only like 6 days total, but sometimes it's all you need.
All you need is a week, see everything, and get that
all
experience.
I need is a day right now. I just need to get out of here. I need one day, vitamin, that's it.
You couldn't do Italy one day, man. You'd be so disappointed because you'd be like, I gotta stay here longer.
I got plans to go to Alaska. I really want to go. I want to go see the Northern Lights. I want to see
the moose.
Yeah. I was ice fishing. Just in Iceland, not at the right time for the Northern Lights, but like, if you guys want like a nature kind of trip, I highly recommend Iceland. It's like everything's hikeable. It's open 24/7.
Oh, wow.
If you go in the summertime, you get like 18 plus hours of daylight. So like the whole day you can go out and explore.
That's a lot of content there.
I would love 18 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It basically when the sun went down, it just stayed like that dusk dawn kind of light.
Really?
Yeah, you could only see like a few stars in the sky. But actually, we went on this hike at 2:00 in the morning, and we didn't use a flashlight the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, it was bizarre, but it was like really cool too.
I feel like that's one of those experiences you'll never unless you obviously go back, but like that's like a once in a lifetime.
Well, it will be, because we were there when the volcano was erupting, so I actually got to see like the lava coming out, exploding out of the ground. I was that was trippy. I can't believe I'm here right now.
You'll have to tell your kids and grandkids about that.
Yeah. I just got the photos and videos now, but
yeah, you're the only one I know that be. I know a lot of brands, and you're the only one I know that be traveling as much as you do.
Especially international.
Yeah,
and that's
I just
our goal.
got my passport finally.
Yeah, and that's our goal. I mean, we're going to
get your passport.
Mexico in April.
$150.
Yeah, get your passport.
It's the best investment you'll ever make.
Yeah, we're going to Mexico in April, so that'll be like our first international travel, but definitely want to do a lot of Swavey things while we're out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big part of what Korsair is. It deals with travel, because like I said, I feel like it's really important to put yourself in uncomfortable or out of your comfort zone situations, and travel's like the quickest way to, like, in all departments, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you go by yourself to a foreign place.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you don't have anybody to cling on to be like, if we just stick together, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Now you're like really raw.
Yeah.
And if you don't speak the language, it's just like you just
another...
add you can add all these different factors
100%.
depending on like how uncomfortable you want to be.
Right.
So
if you had to tell your fans and everybody else about basically your brand, you know, and what you're trying to get across, what would that be?
Travel. Get out there, find new places to go to, meet new people. You never know what doors it's going to open up. The guy who did the main design, the heart with the X in it, he's a tattoo artist from Australia, but I met him while I was in Japan. So,
networking.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it's all about who you know.
Yeah. This brand like probably would have a whole different total look and feel to it if it wasn't for like my travels.
Oh, nice.
So that's if I can get
perfect.
one message out there, it's get overseas as much as you can.
Before we get into what we got going on next with the brand and what we got going on in the next episode, this big thing that I told you about, we was talking about, is with crypto and NFTs and where we are at and where we're going with it. How do you feel about that?
I got some crypto and stuff, but I don't know much about it.
Right.
I just know I don't want to be on the late train kind of deal for it.
Don't.
So I've been investing money that it would be like, oh, this would have been a dinner out, or this would have been like, you know, a pair of shoes that like I could put off for another month or two. Right. So I've been like investing money that I would have blown anyways, kind of. But recently I just bought into the what is it? The Shibu.
Everybody is in it.
I got like 4 million plus shares of it right now.
You know what's the thing is that I got into trading in crypto about 4.5 months ago. You know, and I kind of got into it because, like you said, like I didn't want to show up late. I didn't know anything about it. You know, and I knew that the world was going in this direction because Bitcoin happened and no one hopped on it.
Yeah.
You know,
and now everybody wish they did.
Wish they did. So I started getting into it. I started learning how to trade with currencies and crypto. And all this week, everyone is in my face. I walk into the store, somebody's telling me about this coin.
Yeah.
You know, the weird thing is that I'm not even in it.
Yeah.
I don't even have the coin. I don't know why I don't have the coin. I just procrastinating. You know, and I keep having all these opportunities and chances to get into.
Yeah.
Like today, I'm gonna get in. I just because I'm in a good network system where like people call me in the morning and be like, hey, get on this coin right now. Get on this crypto.
Have you bought into Elon's?
Yeah, I definitely got into Elon.
The Flockin one or the?
No, the other one.
The Doge.
Doge.
He just came out with a new one. I'm in Doge. That's like his response to Doge. It's named after his dog. It's like
I'm in Tesla.
Flockin.
Stocks. They're going up. How do you feel about the NFTs? You know anything about NFTs?
I don't have any NFTs. I think it's an interesting concept.
Get some anime NFTs.
I know, but
a lot of money. I'm surprised that the Machine Gun Kelly concert is going on tonight that you guys are going to. But I feel surprised it doesn't not doing NFTs to get there.
But I feel like I could go to this concert tonight, record a video of it, and then make that an NFT.
You could,
right?
You could. But 100%.
So that's where I'm kind of like confused about it. Where
it's like owning moments.
Yeah, I guess if things end up getting into like a metaverse or like a much more virtual reality, augmented reality, yeah. So
that's what it's about to be.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe I'll get into a little bit more once it gets into that kind of stuff. If anything, man, I'll just have NFTs of my Korsair stuff. Like I already, you can have all your songs. You know,
I got one NFT right now. I'm drawing up a lot of NFTs. I'm gonna get in a big NFT game, You know, I'm already kind of there.
Yeah.
I'm just learning about it.
I'm invested in the Ethereum, but I know that's the coin that is mainly used in the NFT. So I was like, well, maybe I won't get an NFT, but I should at least invest in the coin that people are going to be using for NFT. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I'm not sure how I feel about the NFTs yet, because it's a little bizarre. Like, I can still look up that image online, right?
At least you're hip to it.
You know, so yeah.
At least you're hip to it.
Bottom line is get into your crypto, get into your coins, get into your stocks, start investing, because that's where everything is headed.
Make money in your sleep, right?
Yeah,
now
basically.
Residual.
For sure. So yeah, what we have coming up in our next episode, guys, is talking a little bit about some merchandise that will be launching this upcoming week. We're really excited about that. And we're also doing a episode on the last crumb. So we're going to be doing that in our next episode. So we have a lot of things coming on. Thank you again, Pat, for coming.
Before we end this, what about the aliens?
What about the aliens?
Aliens, what I was saying.
What about
how do you
aliens?
like? Do you like? I mean, I don't know if you've been seeing it, but like I was seeing it a long time ago. But like this, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on.
If something can travel across the universe and visit us, we're not a threat to them. So if they wanted,
there's a whole culture. There's a whole big culture out there, and they're doing it right now. And there's a lot of footage out there now.
Yeah,
I've been seeing stuff.
There's definitely bizarre footage. I'm not gonna lie.
When I was in LA, I was seeing stuff, and I was like, I don't know. People kept telling me a plane. I was like, that don't look like a plane to me.
But what's to say that they're not like drones, alien drones? Like there might not be anything organic inside them. Yeah. It could be all mechanical, right?
Very true.
Right? Because wouldn't it be like I try to look at it from our aspect as well too. Like it would make a lot more sense to send machinery across the vastness of space than to try to send people, right?
To see what's there.
Yeah. Smarter too. Like you don't want to like show up and be like,
that's what we're doing.
Oh
you know?
crap! Or starting a war.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess I'd have to meet an alien, I guess, for me to really jump on board with it. I think I don't disbelieve it. Same thing with like ghosts and all that kind of stuff. You know, like there's always the realm of possibility for it. But
I mean, they make a lot of movies that make it seem like that could really be going on, and no one, right under our nose where no one would even.
I think we get really dangerous with these new ideas, like AI as well too. And like referencing movies on what the future of it's going to be like. Like you got to understand, the creative people made that to invoke emotions such as fear and things like that. I kind of don't see like why AI would feel threatened by us or want to like rule us, because I don't think they'd have the same existential fear of like death or mortality, which I think comes with a lot of like our irrational decisions and the more humanity in us compared to like AI. Is that we have like, if you're a program of 1 and 0s and you can have a constant power supply, I don't think you are worried about your extinction or your mortality in that sense.
No.
Very true.
So they probably wouldn't be restrained by the same fears that we are.
Yeah, they wouldn't be.
So I don't know if they'd have this malice or desire to control us, because it probably would be like logically, unless it logically made sense to them somehow. But I'm not a smart enough person to get into that. But
that's a big topic.
Y'all tell us how you feel about it in the comments and let us know.
Yeah.
Do you believe
if you're an alien, send us a comment.
Share, like, comment. Let us know how you feel in the comments. And if you believe in aliens, and if you don't believe in aliens, and where you feel like this crypto wave is going.
Yeah, let us know.
The aliens started the crypto.
Let us know. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Again, we have another episode 7 coming up here soon, but we hope everyone has a Swavey day.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, and happy Halloween.
I always appreciate you, Pat, coming into town.